Let's just wait 1 more minute till people will join. For now, founders who want to pitch, please prepare your slide and rename your name in Zoom to the your name and the company name, and raise your hand if you want to pitch.
So if you have like fake names, like numbers or whatever, letters or whatever, unlikely you get the chance to pitch. So make sure that you have a full name and a company name. So we ensure that it's who you are, and then we will select you to pitch among those we know.
Okay, I think we are ready to start. And hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to GGW Pitch Bootcamp number 15. It's our 15th session, and we are hosting it more than a year and a half already. I joined the GW more than a year ago, and I'm happy to host this pitch. This session is about the helping founders to give the feedback on their presentation. But why are we doing that, and who is GW? Who is Go Global? So first of all, we are a #1 platform for networking and connecting with founders and investors. We created Go Global World a few years ago, and we are a big community now, helping founders. And it's very simple. It's AI matchmaking workflow. You just create your profile, and every investor can see it. We match you even when you're not doing anything and you're sleeping. The system works for you. And we also help with warm interest, and there is a built-in messenger that allow you to speak with investors who like your profile. But we're doing more than that. We also helping founders to stay compliant. We help with tax filing, and this is very important because we are closing to deliver filing deadline at March 1st. So if anyone needs assistance with your tax filing, please let us know, and we will help you.
Tax filing, which we do need to do.
Please mute yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And we also help you to stay investor ready with your financials. We help with accounting and bookkeeping, and we help you to pass any due diligence safely. The new feature that we're adding, we also helping now with payroll. So if you're hiring, we will be happy to assist you as well. So now I will present our judges for today. First of all, meet our founder Daniil. He will not be presented, but I want to introduce you to him, as he is a great guy, and he founded GGW and GGW Ventures. Daniil, quick word for you.
Yeah, everyone, great to have you. GGW Pitch Bootcamp is the tool for you to get feedback from invited advisors and investors. So take a chance to pitch and listen to what investors are saying. We will time you, so make sure that you follow our timing. And at Go Global World, we create opportunities. So we have a few events like GGW Pitch Bootcamp, and also GGW Sharks, like a famous Shark Tank pitch event. It was inspiration for us to create that one, where we give you an opportunity to pitch to our panel of investors and potentially raise capital from them. So be active on our community, help others, and get to Alex if you have any questions. We are there for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniil. And then Matt Wilson, the Managing Director of Allied Ventures Partners. Matt, tell us a bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. Matt Wilson, founder and managing director of Allied Venture Partners. We are an early stage angel syndicate that invests across North America with a Canada-US focus. Average check size about 150,000, and we invest predominantly across enterprise and consumer software. This is my second time on the GGW Pitch Bootcamp, so thank you, Alex, Daniil, and the team for having me back.
Great.
Thank you, Matt. It's great to have you here today. And meet Jason Butcher, the founder of Orbit Capital, and calling us from Cayman Island.
Hi, everyone. I definitely see some of the people that I know in here for pitches, so which is great to see. But Orbit Capital, I founded a number of years ago as a strategic advisor, mentor, program as well as investor. I have about 45 portfolio companies that I'm actively involved with myself. And then I'm also an advisor, mentor, and stuff with Founder Institute and launched Founder Institute Caribbean recently. So, quick brief.
Thank you, Jason. That's amazing to have you here today. So a bit about our rules before we start. So if you want to pitch, please, everyone, keep yourself muted as we want to save time and respect everyone. Don't share anything unless you are presenting. If you want to pitch today, please raise your hand, change your name and company name so we can see it in Zoom chat, and turn your video on as well, and have your slides ready to show. Every founder will have 3 minutes to pitch and 5 minutes of feedback from Matt and Jason. But if you go more than 3 minutes, it will be deducted from your 5. So try to stay on time. We will hard stop you after 8 minutes. Our members of the GGW platform will pitch first, and then everyone else who reaches prior on first come, first served basis. And if you didn't have time to pitch, please reach us to the email that you see here. And don't hesitate to take a screenshot, share that you are attending here in our social media, use the hashtags, and let's spread the word. Let's show that we are global. Now we are going to the pitches. The first one who want to show, I see Kevin Kirunda. Do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. Okay, hello everyone.
Just a second, I will put the timer on. You can start sharing your screen, and the time is started. Go on, Kevin.
All right, so hello everyone. So did you know the IARC estimates 1.9 million new cases of colorectal cancer and 900K new colorectal cancer deaths each year? Well, at Sozi AI, we have created the Final Stretch, which is an AI-powered health game for colorectal cancer awareness under our first brand called Zainad Youth Color. Our vision for Zainad Youth Color is to combat against the sudden rise in colorectal cancer cases among the youth. And our why is that I've had friends and family who have died of colorectal cancer alongside prominent figures in our world, like Chadwick Boseman. Our objective at the moment is to move into paid pilots and to also raise $1.5 million for our pre-seed funding round. And we are also currently securing LOIs and have reached out to the Boston Public Schools. Our pre-seed funds breakdown, so we plan to use it for product and engineering and institutional go-to-market alongside business-to-business revenue channels. And here's our traction as of February 2nd. So for the Final Stretch, it entails of the core strength builder under our challenges, our interactive challenges. And we also have an AI health coach, which you can use to provide you daily micro advice and give you motivation as well. And people have also looked at our dashboard the most. And we have 59 active users at the moment, with our peak daily active users being 18 people. And we have a total visits of 2,417 to our platform. And our market opportunity. So we have a total addressable market of 35 to 45 billion globally. And we also have a serviceable sustainable market of 25 to 45 million, with our serviceable addressable market being 1.2 to 2.5 billion for our ideal customer profile of people ages 13 to 29. And our biggest competitor versus the Final Stretch is Google Color Guard. So if nobody knows, Google Color Guard was built by Exact Sciences, and they have a game called Google Color Guard, which allows you to just navigate. Like, you obviously can use your user interface to chase after this truck full of colorectal cancer screening boxes. But I've played it before. It's not exactly scalable beyond colorectal cancer, because even in the game, they've made it clear that they want you to buy their at-home colorectal cancer screening boxes, and they make it clear that it's for 45 and older. So what are young people supposed to do if they see that it's for 45 and older? They need a more engaging and more fun way to learn about colorectal cancer. So for monetization, we are an institution first we have an institution first go-to-market strategy. And for our freemium model, for direct to consumer, we're going to do $6.99 a month for people who will receive it outside of schools and institutions. And of course, we have business to business, which is going to be for schools and institutions as well. So here's our board of directors. So I'm a Boston University sophomore, and I'm an intended business major at the Questrom School of Business. And I've also studied at prominent institutions like the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, studying social entrepreneurship for 2 weeks, and studying at Harvard Extension School for 7 weeks. Thank you.
And the time is out. You're on time.
Thank you.
Who want to start? Get a feedback for Kevin.
If I'm not sure if you were given the timeline beforehand, but what I didn't get from this is the who. Like you were at the very, very end as to maybe your experience and knowledge and understanding from an investor standpoint or a pitch, who you are and what and who and why. Like there's sort of a missing part that's pretty significantly important from an investor standpoint as to why. The other side is you mentioned that you had a number of users now, but you didn't really itemize what kind of users those were. Because at the end, you went into, well, we're going to target commercial and larger institutional clients, but you didn't really identify that you've had any of those. Like, what's your real pipeline, and how are you going to reach those figures that you were looking at, 1.2 billion as your target? Where does that break down? And your deck doesn't really present that or show that at all. So I'm still left really asking, where is the business?
Okay. Yes, so we plan to go through schools. So we've just reached out to the Boston Public Schools. So basically, it's kind of just going to be like Kahoot. So if nobody knows, Kahoot is like an educational platform for people to kind of put in the topics that you want to use for the kids, and then they can play a game. Just like for us, we know that for schools, they have math, science, and English as well. We want them to be able to learn about the final stretch, which is our colorectal cancer awareness platform, because a lot of young people are dying from colorectal cancer, but there's not enough fun, engaging methods for people to play. So we wanted to have it in schools because obviously people go to school every day, and it can be like a fun homework assignment for people to have.
Okay. Still trying to figure out where the financial, the business side of it is. Matt, do you have any idea?
Yeah, no, Kevin, thanks for the pitch. I thought overall you included a lot of metrics, so it was a good use of metrics in terms of the number of users that are using it. For me, the biggest thing was when you first started out, I wasn't quite sure what the product is. Like I thought originally, is it a drug? And then it became clear later when you got into the monetization method that it sounds like it's a consumer app that you're doing B2C. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're gonna do B2C, but first off, we're doing institutions first. So
Okay.
It's gonna be in schools and in institutions so that they can license it and use it for their own. But then we're also gonna have direct to consumer in the App Store and Google Play for people
Okay.
outside of school to use.
Just to hone the pitch and make it a bit more clear up front, I guess I would look at, is there a way that you can optimize sort of your opening and to Jason's point, like give a customer story. I think you briefly mentioned in there that you knew people that were suffering with colorectal cancer, and so maybe touch on that a bit more, right? Like, this is the issue, this is my experience, maybe tell a personal story, and then this is the product that we've created to address this issue. This is what it looks like. It's a consumer app. You can download it from the App Store. It's $6.99 a month. These are our primary demographics that we're targeting, but like overall, I think you did a good job. You just need to make it a bit more clear in terms of what the product really is and what's your connection to the solution and your background as well. It sounds like you have quite an impressive background, so maybe highlight that a bit more.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
Any more feedback? We have 1 more minute for Kevin. And maybe you have a question.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just going to add one more thing, Kevin. Your last slide there, when you had your own picture up, like the team slide, you described it as board of directors. Like, have you actually formed a formal board of directors?
Not yet, because we don't have a CTO and a CMO yet. We just have
Okay, so for that, I would just clarify. I would just call yourself the co-founder and CEO. I found board of directors sounded a bit confusing because then I was wondering, like, are they a Series A company with a formally established board of directors? I wasn't quite sure there. So,
Okay.
yeah. But
Okay.
otherwise, good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. That's your feedback. Hope you enjoyed it and
Yeah,
learned
that
from
helped a
it.
lot. Thank you.
And then the next one who will be presenting is Irkanat from AI Pro.
Hello.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can see you and you can start.
Can you hear me?
Thank you, great.
Yep.
Go on.
Okay. Hi, my name is Irkanat. I am the founder and CEO of AI Products KZ. This is our team. For about a year, we've been working together to build our product. In safety critical environment, the human factor is often the weakest part. Most serious incidents happen not because machine failed, but because people are stressed, tired, or overloaded. Yet decisions about responsibility are still mostly intuitive. We built AI Companion. It is a offline AI system that helps assess human risk. It shows when a person is ready for a high responsibility task and when the risk is too high. The process is simple. A short session collects signals, voice, facial behavior, basic tests, analyzes the signal and gives the clear result, ready for responsibility or elevated risk. Most tools rely on single signals or the cloud. AI Companion is different. It's multimodal, works fully offline, and it's built to prevent incidents, not explain them later. We already have a working prototype. We've secured pilot agreement with the defense and law enforcement agencies in our country. Pilots are planned for this year. The company is founder-founded with a full-time core team. Defense help us to test the system through and in controlled environments, but our main market is civilian, industry, transportation, and critical infrastructure. To launch commercially in Kazakhstan, we need about $200,000 for product hardening, edge deployment, and local model training. To enter United States and European markets, we need about $1.8 million for localization, compliance, and scaling. We start with a focused segment, but we are building a new standard for safety across a large global industrial market. $400 million is revenue means a few hundred enterprises customers worldwide, industrial companies, railways, airports, energy, and mining. We sell the device and charge a yearly service fee. The device cost is about $7,500. Service is $2,000 per year. Margins are up to 80%. And for customers, preventing is much cheaper than one serious accident. Right now, we are focused on pilots in real-world validation. At the same time, we are raising investment to bring the products to market. We are looking for partners and investors who can help us to launch in Kazakhstan first and then scale the products to the US and European markets. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanat. This is time for feedback.
Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, no, good pitch, right on time. That was excellent. I think your opening slide, the team slide, you could probably tighten that up a bit. It just seemed like a whole bunch of pictures with titles, and I didn't really get a sense of what is either your experience or your team members' experience or their connection to the problem per se. So maybe tighten that up to yourself if you have a co-founder or maybe a CTO. I don't think you need so many pictures and so many people on there. I would rather learn a bit more about your background, how you got into this, why you're solving this problem, and your unique experience to tackle that problem. Otherwise, going down to, you mentioned for the raise, you needed, I think, 200K for one market and then 1.8 million for the North American market. If you could tighten that up as well, it wasn't quite sure to me, like, do you need 200K or do you need 1.8 million? I think going in with like knowing your number, like one singular number and a solid ask, this is how much we're raising and this is what we're going to do with that money. That'll just make things a bit more clear for investors. And then lastly, the last piece of advice that I had was you mentioned you do have an MVP in market. I wasn't quite sure. Is it purely software? Is it purely hardware? Is it a bit of both? And then I think you got to the end of your COG slide. So I'm assuming it's a physical piece of hardware with a software integration. Is that correct?
That's true. It's also hardware and software.
Okay. So if it's a device that the individual wears and it monitors them for safety infractions, I would just show a picture of that, right? Put it up top just so we have an idea of what we're talking about. Like this is the device, even if it's a sketch or a mock-up, this is the device. It's a hardware device that's software enabled. It clips onto your belt or your shirt, whatever it is. That would just help me sort of to visualize exactly what the product is, and then I can sort of imagine the different use cases from there. But overall, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say I'd reiterate a couple of those pieces. Definitely the fact that I was going through the AI side and thought that maybe it was a software piece, or maybe there, and I wasn't sure how you were going to apply that knowledge or collect that knowledge or collect that data. But then when we were at the end, you were kind of going into the device piece, which then question as to what's the cost of this device? How are you going to produce it? How big is it? What is the limitation around somebody carrying it around or not carrying it around? I have a Omni device that sits on my counter, but I never use it. So, the challenge with a lot of the device businesses is it's a device required. So it's an added device. It's whether or not they're going to use it, not going to wear it. So there's a bunch of different questions that came to my mind right away when you said device. That begs the question as to the reviewers, what's the validation? What's the reason for that device? What's the value of that device? And why was somebody going to wear it? So I think it just begged a lot of questions at the end once that device came up at the end. But your timing was perfect, of course, but added a lot of questions. So, and I agree with Matt too, is who are you? What's your knowledge and experience and the validation of your team? Because you obviously have a team, but what is that validation around their expertise and what do they bring to the business?
Thank you. I understand all that you said. And the main question was how to fit all this information in 3 minutes. And if describe fully my device, it's science fiction prototyping principles. We saw this idea in Blade Runner 2049 movie in one scene. So we made it in real life. It's a device on the wall, and person who need to pass the test, for example, in the military, when they need to understand, can they give this person firearms? Or maybe he must be not get access to firearms, and this procedure is obligatory for this person. Or, for example, in nuclear energy plant, when they need to understand, is this person allowed to go to his shift or not allowed? Or maybe they have some condition that they cannot go to the shift this time. So this procedure is obligatory, and they can use our device.
Makes sense. Thank you for sharing.
Great idea, Kenneth. Thank you. That's your feedback. I remind for those who want to pitch, please change your name to your real name and your company name, and raise your hand so we can see you. The next one who will be presenting is Orsolaya. Are you ready?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Okay. Share your presentation and we will run the timer.
Yeah. You can see my screen, right? Hi, I'm Orsi. I'm an architect and I'm here to present Archie, the autonomous intelligence of the building industry. Design inefficiencies cost the global building industry from between 2.1 to 2.4 million annually. And this affects everybody because mistakes can lead to catastrophe, as well as professionals who lose money at every delay, and the environment with 37% of the global carbon emission coming from the building industry. 80% of the construction costs are locked in during design, becoming the bottleneck of the industry. As an architect, I've been working in the industry for the last 10 plus years and saw firsthand how architects and engineers are under enormous pressure to deliver more, faster, smarter, more sustainable. Yet, we spend more time on admin than on finding the right design. Information gets lost across siloed tools and teams, and we face more regulation than ever before. It's an extremely inefficient system that leads to expensive delays and preventable mistakes. The system is slowing down while the world speeds up, and somebody has to break. Unfortunately, the people working under these conditions are the first ones to break, architects having one of the highest burnout rates worldwide. So what can we do? We looked at the most immediate problems, solving which could remove the most immediate pressure. By targeting each of these one by one, we are creating a toolkit for architects, property developers, and engineers that gets us the access to the data that we need to target the biggest pain point. This is why we created Archie. Our first tool of the toolkit is the AI project memory that understands your project, your regulations, and your decisions all in one place, unlocking firm-wide margin growth for architects. We are working on live projects right now with our pilot customers where Archie is making their documentation instantly searchable, context-aware, and traceable. Right now, Archie is learning, but it's evolving into an AI project brain that understands, coordinates, redesigns, and remembers every part of your building project, eliminating rework, admin, fragmentation, and we are aiming to remove 80% of the design time. Our pricing model is aligned with the industry standards, but more accessible for smaller firms. Our year 5 projection is $130 million ARR by reaching 3% of the architects and 0.5% of the engineers before even expanding to adjacent markets. Our most direct competitors are niche QA startups solving one side of the workflow while Archie transforms the entire workflow. We are funded in 2025 Q3, and we are working with 4 architecture offices. Archie is learning as we speak, and we have 2 upcoming pilot releases that unlocks a bigger market. Why us? We have deep industry knowledge combined with world-class engineering. And why now? Because we believe we can make a difference. Thank you. That was very fast.
It was on time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Good presentation. Quick question for you, because I didn't really see it. Do you have architects or anybody using this solution as of yet, or as it's learning? What's the usability or design partners, or how are you rolling this out so far?
So we are B2B. There are 4 architecture offices we are working with right now. They are piloting Archie, but one of them is already starting to expand to more projects than just one. Yes, our plan is to create as many tools as possible so we are useful enough so we can get their data. That's the most important thing. We are a deep tech company. But we are expanding our pilot customers as well.
And is there a regulatory concern that you have with regards to what your information is providing to them? They're still having to validate it, obviously, and deal with the reporting and setup and the architectural side. I'm guessing. I'm not sure how your structure eliminates sort of their process that they have now, but that wasn't very clear as well.
So we will implement. We will be inside their own system. So the next step is also being inside their 3D softwares. So we connect to everything that they currently use. That's including emails, meeting notes, absolutely everything is connected right now. And that's our aim. So we are connecting to more and more softwares that they use because they use quite a lot. And it's absolutely disconnected.
And so your facility uses their APIs to integrate into whatever tools that they're currently using.
Exactly.
Okay, great. And do you have revenue right now with those 4, or they're just doing beta testing with you?
It just pilots, so it's minimal revenue. It just covers our costs.
Okay. And did you get funded, or was there funding? And you said you started in Q3.
We are completely bootstrapped.
Bootstrap, self-funded. Okay. And how long did it take you to build the technology that you have right
now? This is the third, actually. So we had 3 MVPs. Not very long, about a month, but we're working on it to getting it better and better. So yeah, it didn't take us very long because we could build on each of the MVPs that we started, and none of the things that we already built is useless. We are integrating it into Archie.
Right. And you didn't mention, are you building on an LLM, like a standard LLM, or are you using a reasoning process or something that's custom? How are you using the AI?
We are orchestrating a bunch of agents that are using standard LLMs. We have to use, for the pilot users that we have currently, Europeans or close to Europe. But that's one of the problems that we are dealing with, that we're solving right now.
Great. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah, great pitch. I think you covered a lot of ground in 3 minutes, so very well done. You answered most of my questions just with Jason there, but the one thing that I wasn't quite sure of at the end is if it was still pre-launch, pre-revenue. Do you have some pilots? Are they paid pilots? So maybe just mention that as well. And then maybe I missed it towards the end, but did you have an ask or the amount that you're fundraising right now? Did you have it in there at the end of your deck?
I did not put it in, but we do ask for $700,000.
Okay. Yeah, if you can, I would include your ask at the end of the deck, right? Like we're raising 700,000 to achieve this milestone, whatever it is, 1 million ARR within 12 months or end of year, and just pick your timeline and your target. But otherwise, I think you had a great pitch. Yeah, just include the ask and then clarify exactly where you are in terms of traction.
Thank you very much. Will do.
Great, thank you. We're going quick today. Any other feedback for the deck, for the design?
No, I thought it was very good.
That's great. My congratulations. And thank you, and we will move to the next one. Mike Merkur.
Hello, everyone. A little bit different than your typical pitch deck. I have sharing my screen here, but I take songs and turn them into unique QR codes as like these large, intricate 3D puzzles. And I'm just sharing my screen now. Yeah, so I'm coming more from the toy inventor space. So yes, okay. Here we are. Okay, so yeah, so let's say, for example, you punch it. How does it work? You punch in a phone number and it pulls out a unique song. So I'm literally sitting next to a huge tower of these songs, and it works for any song in any language. And yeah, to give a taste, I know we have some people of different ages, but I can take you back to the 1982 here and give you Eye of the Tiger, and I can look at this collection of patterns here, literally sitting next to me, and I can pull out like a unique pattern. That's what this is. So, but more about me. I have courses online. I'm a coding teacher. I've been doing that for 10 years. Coding teacher / rabbi, actually. And this evolved from kids, my kids coming in the basement and wanting to bang on my computer, and me trying to figure out how to teach them coding concepts at the ages of like 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so imagine turning songs into Lego and then actually, yeah, turning it. And there's 2 patents, one for textual mapping and one for song lyrics. And then they actually play. You could even pick a song in any language. Like a friend of mine is a Hindi speaker, for example, looks like this. Jana Gana Mana. Here it is. So yeah, someone that comes over and goes, "Hey, do you have one in Hindi? Can you get me that national anthem?" You know, there's a billion kid, you know, half a billion kids are singing this every morning in halfway around the world. Yeah, so I take my stack of songs I built, and I'm like, "Oh, where's that? Where's that?" And then we find the exact. Yeah, you find like the exact one. Yeah. That's the gist of it. And then, yeah, there's 3 other people involved with the app development for scanning. And then there's the toy company that actually makes the blocks. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Go ahead, Matt.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. So I wasn't quite sure. Like, is there some type of algorithm that matches the sound waves of the song to some type of block design? Like, I'm not quite sure exactly what the product is, how it works, why someone would want to buy this, or like, do they put it on their wall like a painting, or maybe you can give me some more details there out of curiosity.
Totally. Great question. So, how does it work? I take the song lyrics and I just grab the first sound of each word. So there's like a chart where you take, it works for different alphabets because it's the first sound. So let's say, you know, London Bridge is falling down. So for that, I would be like, London begins with a L. And then I have a chart of colors and letters and numbers. So the L would pair to this particular color. There's a chart that's always on screen. Deeper into it, if a word begins with a vowel, you skip the vowel. And then, yeah, so imagine like all the sounds you can make instead of having them, you know, in Chinese, French, Hindi, whatever. It's the first consonant sound. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
focus of the algorithm. Yeah.
Okay, and I was a bit confused as well. I think you mentioned they put in their phone number and then it spits out a song pattern. Like, how is their phone number correlated to a specific song?
Sorry, I didn't realize there might be a color glitch thing here, but the way it works is each each verse of a song is like a 7x7 grid. Here's a better example. So you get like a grid like this. You just take the top row. The top row will always generate a unique pattern. That's how it works. So I have a daughter. She's 4 years old, so she's not so good with like the blocks. So we just do a art. We just have an art pattern. So she hears a song she likes, Taylor Swift, and then we color like each word. Yeah. So you know, you take the verse of the song, the chorus, and then in complicated math terms behind the scenes, you get kind of like a Sudoku number grid, and that's where it's just color by number is sort of the gist of it. Good questions, by the way. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Jason, over to you.
Mike, are you open to feedback?
Please give me all the feedback in the world. I come from a soft, cushy little Jewish religious community, so yes, give me hard feedback. Yeah.
Good. Well, please don't come to a pitch presentation without having a pitch. So I'm just saying, very straightforward. You did a great presentation of your product, probably great if you went to a game designer or a product something, but without a pitch, you know, you're at a pitch. So you're wanting to get feedback on your pitch. You didn't really present a pitch. Who you are, what you're doing, what your business is. Are you going to sell these? Do you have a contract with a game producer? You know, any of the actual presentation for a pitch, right? So it's just my feedback for you. You're coming to an event or a program to be able to give a pitch to get some feedback, but you're just sharing your product, right? So
You're right. Correct.
that's my true, honest.
100% right. No.
Right?
You're right. You're right. You're 100% right. This is not
outside of that, it sounds like, you know, from a gaming standpoint, from a product standpoint, you kind of created something really cool, right? And especially with all the AI music systems that are going around today, how do you differentiate between an AI music product and an actual music that's made, and then how do you actually monetize it with maybe another product or another tool or another system? How does it represent? And I think the blocks are just one method of doing that. You could actually probably create that same method within various other pictures. It could be in a picture, right? You're pixelated because the pixels demonstrate how you make those songs using your same model system. Exactly. See, you've got this in the way. So I think, you know, you got some creativity, and obviously you're a game inventor and a background in this and doing this from a passion standpoint. But come to a pitch for the pitch.
You're right. I thank you for that. You're right. You got to play by the rules. It's not a toy fair. You're right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, Mike. Wishing you the best.
Thank you, Mike. That's your feedback and the cool product, but let's hope to see the presentation next time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
The next one who will present is Effie Herman. Are you ready, Effie?
Hi, everyone. Let me just share my screen. Well, do you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, you can start.
So first of all, thank you, Alex, for giving me the opportunity to present over here. So let me start. eGuard. eGuard is a smart solution for animal avoidance. What's a team? That's me. I'm a hardware engineer. I have 5 years of experience in.
Let's make it full screen so we can see properly.
By me, it's a full screen. Do you see it now? You prefer like this?
We see all the
presentation mode.
Now I'm in presentation mode. Yeah.
You might be sharing the wrong screen.
Yeah. Now, do you see it?
We still see it's in the PowerPoint. Yeah.
At the bottom, there is a slider. Right to that slider is a presentation mode icon.
Sorry.
I would think that you can click F11 button and get it full screen.
If it takes too long, we can continue like that.
I'll give you 1 more minute. Your time, please. Start presenting as it is right now.
Is it better now?
Go on like this, please.
Okay. So that's me. Electronic engineer. I have 5 years of experience in the defense sector and in the solar and in the industry. I brought in with me Mickey. He is the CEO of the company. He has a lot of experience in developing big projects, big solar plants like BrightSource and SolarEdge. He's managing the part of the business, and I'm the technical part. So what's the problem? People are suffering from birds damages. It starts from private homes. It goes to big fields, agriculture, energy, hotels, and up to airports. What's the solution? The solution is to have a product that scans the place, has AI detection, a real-time detection, follows the target, and triggers a few options of repellent system, and also connecting to the application for reporting. So how does it work? Here's 2 examples. We have a few prototypes installed by private clients. So on the left side, you could see the product scanning. There's a pigeon a bird comes into the area, and it's in slow motion. The product detects the pigeon. You could see it from the product side, and triggers one of the solutions that we are using. Here's another one: a bird coming and eating some bread. The product detects it and shoots it away. Okay. We're talking about a market that I divide the market in three. I'm really off. Oh, I divided the market in three. There's the private industry, industrial industry, and big sites like airports. There's a lot of solutions out there on the market. None of them is smart. We're talking about a smart solution that does everything without Wi-Fi connection. The product costs us today, prototypes, $180. We're planning on selling it a unit and a SaaS per application. We're in a pre-seed round. Israel Innovation Center is investing $750,000, and we need to bring 2 more investors to complete $300,000. The goal is to finish the design, certification, and start manufacturing and sales. I will mention over here we finished.
Using your feedback time, so I think
Give me last sentence. We finished the provisional patent this week. We have a patent on the utility and on the design. Thank you very much.
Kathy?
Yes.
Jason, Matt?
Well, my honest opinion is a little hard for me to provide some feedback because we kind of messed up with the first little couple minutes, and then we kind of got through a bit of a presentation and didn't really fully get what the product is. It's a sensor. I get the sensor, and then it's an elimination of a bird, but I don't really get what the market is, or who your clients are, or where the revenue is. It's fantastic to hear that you've got some funding or funding is available through the, I think you mentioned the Israeli organization that's there, and there's a ton of investor audience and deck and people that support tech in Israel. So that's awesome that you're getting that. But I think just maybe unfortunate from the time zone and or the timeline of being able to present. But I kind of didn't really fully get what the whole product is.
Do you want me to tell you?
I imagine.
Just to echo what Jason said too, I just wasn't clear on the last part of the product. Like, I get it's a computer vision sensor detector, and then I think you mentioned the pigeon lands and then it shoots the pigeon. Like, so is there a laser? Is there I'm just curious to know, how does it actually remove the wildlife from the critical site?
So first of all, I'll answer the first question. The clients are people that suffer from birds. It's especially private homes that have solar panels on the roofs. They have spent a lot of money to create their project, and then they're trying to sell, but they don't produce enough energy. What's the product? So there's 2 parts. There's the detection part. We have a full CPU design with a AI accelerator on board. Our design, that's with a camera connected and running all object image processing detection, and that's the detection side. And on the avoiding side, so there's lasers and ultrasonic sound. And what we're adding over here is ultrasonic sound phased array that is, you could play with the phase to send the sound to the exact position of the animal. And the other thing that we're adding is small pulses of water that just scares the animal. has all the options, has also lasers, also ultrasonic sound, and also water.
Okay, thanks
I
for
would-
clarifying.
I would say in your pitch, you definitely want to suggest that. My first vision was like, oh, you're shooting this bird, you're gonna have wildlife complaint, like wildlife attached and environment.
Exactly.
All of this kind of like attacking you is like, hey, how do you fund a project like this that's literally shooting these animals, or
Yeah,
how does it
definitely mention that no animals are harmed by your product.
That's the first sentence, without harming them.
Right.
It wasn't very clear in your pitch though, like in the presentation as to how and what that looks like. It just disappeared. So it was like, okay, well, the bird's gone. Anyways, maybe we can have another some time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Effie.
Thank you, Alex.
That's what an interesting presentation. I saw it previously and I saw the video. It's a very cool technology. So the next one who will be presenting is Francis Amojalar.
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, and we can also see you.
All right, let me
Go
just share my screen really quick here.
Go on.
Yeah, sorry.
Francis.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to press the share screen button. It's not.
The big green button below. Is start share or we will need to move to someone else? Okay.
Good. All right.
Make it full screen and go on.
So, name is Francis. I founded Readiness AI. We're a cybersecurity platform for the SMBs. We're a full stack security compliance platform combining state privacy laws, DPADA, HIA frameworks, and CIS-NIS frameworks and security training at $10 per user per month. So the problem right now is 98% of US SMB and Canadian SMB cannot afford compliance platform. They're stuck with Vanta and Drake. And there's 19 privacy laws that are coming in this year. And one trust would cost 50,000 to about 200,000 for, bigger domains. And cyber compliance, cyber insurance compliance is going to be higher. They'll need more proof, and you can see that with what's going on with some cybersecurity provider now combining cyber insurance. So the market opportunity for US SMB cybersecurity right now is 2.35 billion, going to 42 billion in 2033. For Canadian cyber insurance, it's less. It's 500 million 2024, going about 1.2 billion in 2030. So the Readiness AI solution, we're the only platform that bundles compliance, training, and insurance readiness in one unified system. We provide multi-state privacy compliance, HIA, which is Canadian specific, and PPADA, the CIS framework, security awareness training, and phishing simulation. So by getting our product, you can replace your monthly cost with no before. And why is the perfect timing now? Again, there's 12 states going for their privacy laws by 2026, and there's no affordable solution for that right now. Cyber insurance underwriting is tightening, and there's some more regulations that are being passed for compliance. So what I did was like I interviewed insurance brokers, carriers specifically in Canada, about the problem, and our target ARPU is 1,700, which is an average of like 10 employees paying $10 a month and about $100 for the platform. So we're about 88%, cheaper with the competition. So Again, the pricing business model is there. Our competitive landscape, Vanta and Drata, they're focusing on like bigger companies, startup SOC to ISO compliance. They don't do state privacy laws. They don't do Canadian specialization, and their pricing is so. Our I'm a solid developer right now. I did $3 million ARR and lead generation in the past, so I know insurance well. I do have a lot of advisors right now from Platform Calgary and people I know here in Calgary. So we're looking for 1 to 2 million in seed round to expand our team and complete our go-to-market strategy. So our vision is to have 40,000 customers, 289,000 users, and about 31.7 million ARR. We're defining a new category for full stack compliance for SMB under $5,000 a year. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. Matt, I think you should
Thanks,
start here.
Francis. Appreciate the pitch. I know things were quick there, and I think you briefly skipped through your go-to-market slide, but you did have something there for it if you want to click back to it. Obviously, big problem. I like that you're targeting, SMBs. They don't have either the budgets or the cybersecurity savviness in order to take on a lot of these challenges that they're facing nowadays. I guess like the big things that stood out to me were I'd like to learn a bit more about your specific expertise. Like, were you a developer in the cybersecurity industry for the last 10 or 20 years, and now you're spinning out and creating a solution for a problem that you had? I'd be curious to know that, because I know obviously cybersecurity is a very specialized industry. There's also a lot of competition, so I'd be curious to learn more about how do you compete with a lot of the other cybersecurity players, and from an investment perspective, more so. If you're going out and you're trying to have a cheaper solution at a lower cost, I think competing on price, particularly in cybersecurity, is a very, very difficult business model. So I'd be curious to learn more about what it makes you guys unique. What is your proprietary moat or your advantage? And then lastly, with regards to your ask, you mentioned $1 to $2 million. It seems like a big range. I always recommend founders come in, pick one single number. Like, is it 1 million? Is it $1.5 million? Is it 2? And just go with that number. And that's what's going to get you to your next milestones.
Thank you. So right now I'm working with specifically a mentor. He's been a consultant here in Calgary for the last 40 years. He's very well known in the cybersecurity or oil and gas space there. So our proprietary technology would be like our onboarding, unlike Drake and Vanta, where they have answer the questions. The NIST, so say CIS, IG1, IG2, or IG3 will be determined for them at the point of sign up.
Okay.
And
And then this advisor, like, is he part of the founding team, like a co-founder, or just purely an advisor?
Purely an advisor. Right now, I'm attending like founders coffee and places like that to get my CEO.
Okay. No, that's great. It's obviously early days and you're still looking for co-founders to join the team. Just make sure that all the technology you do develop is assigned and owned by the company. Because if you have an advisor, for example, building software, and then the company does exceptionally well, that could come back to haunt you down the road. So just make sure you have your IP assignments in place as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Francis, I guess from my standpoint, the market, I'm involved with a cybersecurity company, so I definitely understand the opportunity, because this SMB market is definitely expanding. The costs and just the value add that you could be bringing is pretty significant. And one of the things that I was unclear about is you stepped over the U.S. market and the Canadian market quite a bit, and I think in a way, if you really just say, okay, this is where we're launching, our launch is the Canadian market, and focus on that market, or if you're going to go both sides, because I think it really kind of confused me as to, is your market in the Canada and you're testing in Canada, you have clients in Canada, you're working with the insurance providers across Canada, which of course, as you know, is very fragmented between BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Ontario, etc. And if you have inroads in those insurance companies, explain that. Like, how are you going to get that business and that clientele? Or if you're already working with them, explain that, like share that.
Okay.
Because I think from tech, it seems like the idea, the concept is there. I just didn't get to see that you're actually having any traction aside from interviewing.
Thank you.
Reach out to provide more feedback for you too. Okay, just reach out directly.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Okay, Jason, we will connect you with Francis later. And the next one who will be presenting is Yulia Sheiko. Yulia, with us?
Yes, hello.
Yulia, please share your slides. Yulia, we can't hear properly and we can't see your slides. If you're not ready, we will move to someone next. Yes, we can see now. Go on.
My project is an online English school for professionals.
We cannot hear you. If you can speak either louder or maybe your headphones are not connected well. So, yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
Try again.
The problem currently,
We can hear you better, but
currently
start again.
98% of publication in science are written in English. And over the past 2 decades, English has become the dominant language of science, and more than 90% of index scientific articles in natural science, for example, were written in this language. And
Julia, if you need more time, maybe you prepare and we will let others to pitch, and so you can come next time to pitch. Would that be okay with you?
Julia? Okay, I'm sorry, please prepare better next time. We can't hear you.
I think she muted herself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, she wasn't muted, but we will give her time to prepare and we have time later today. The next one we put on stage Anna Leibina.
Yes, hello.
So Anna, I hope you're ready.
Yes, I hope so too. Yeah. So I would like to share about my project, which I've been working for about a year now. And I work on the issue which has been raised by numerous corporate representatives. And you should know that in this year, it is expected that $5.5 trillion will be lost due to ineffective upskilling. And there will be raise in employers' anxiety about their professional futures. Not forgetting that a lot of money, like 25 billion, is a training waste. Then people are learning skills they do not use. So how are we planning to solve that? Is to design a personal foresight engine, which will be working in the following way. We will have the industry intelligence layer, which will analyze the existing skills, the current skills, and forecast skills for the future, and the courses that are available there on the market. Then we will take the company data and about the employees, provide brief assessment of employees' experience, brief psychological testing, and then run all that through skill gap engine and curriculum skill matching to calculate the best educational path, and beside that, the best courses. And this will roughly look like this. It will be the online platform, the website. Upon CV upload and assessment, people will be able to see information about themselves. And for example, the leaders here will be able to see the courses which are recommended for them, and the same data about their subordinates. So we expect that our clients will be corporations primary, individuals, education institutions, career counseling companies, and the market size is huge. We are at the design stage, so developing our MVP and looking for investment for $132, accepting bills for starting from $10K. And so our team currently is comprised of Boris Piavsky, the CTO, really skilled in software, Olga Diamandis, our CMO, so really experienced in corporate world, and myself. I have a PhD in psychology and 20 years in training and development, and been training business, NGOs, that time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna. I want to start the feedback.
And where's I think there's a lot of validation around this. I truly believe this is an area that's going to impact the world significantly. We're already seeing this happen. Curious, how will you get your product or service into organizations and into facilities, etc., that will use your product to be able to identify these positions?
So basically, with this product, working with corporate representatives, so we are puzzled at the moment of what skills to develop. Everybody's running to AI, but there are more than 24,000 AI courses available, and the outcome of that education is not clear. And at the moment, we have a very big interest, and 6 LOIs signed already by the companies who would like to test this system.
And what are the kind of LOIs? Are they from larger organizations, smaller groups? What kind of? I don't know if I missed that maybe, or I'm not sure. But what does that look like for from a business standpoint?
So basically, we have LOIs with international corporations, big corporations, and small local companies. So yeah.
And does that demonstrate revenue or a financial side? How does your financial market look like? What's your financial plan looking like in your?
Yeah, so we're at the elastic pricing stage, but we consider possible competitors. There are, by the way, no direct competitors. Well, currently companies offer like fragments of what we are offering, and it's about 7 to 10% from the training budget, which is planned by the company.
So I guess a suggestion, some feedback for you on your deck is to try and present or demonstrate, and also this is for you to learn, is what differentiates you and your competitors, and how are you going to reach those businesses, those clients that your competitors are also reaching? What differentiates you, and how are you going to reach that? Because as an investor or potential investor, that's what I'm definitely going to be asking. Like, how are we going to hit the market? How are we going to differentiate? And where is that revenue going to actually come from?
Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, good pitch, Anna. Most of my feedback just echoes Jason's. My biggest takeaway or my biggest question was in terms of a path to revenue from an investment perspective. I think you mentioned you're going to raise 132K, and that's going to help you build out some more product. But just curious to know, like, when will you actually get a product in market that's generating consistent revenue? So if you could expand a bit on that potentially in the pitch. Like, we're going to raise 132K, and that will get us to 10,000 a month in revenue by Q2 next year, or whatever that looks like. That'll just help me wrap my head around things from an investment perspective. Otherwise, no, I thought it was a good pitch, and I know there are other companies doing something similar right now. I think you mentioned that there are no direct competitors, but whenever I hear that as an investor, I always get a bit skeptical, because like for most stuff out there, there's always someone else building something similar. So yeah, if you don't find them, then investors will find them in their diligence, and then you'll have more questions to answer. But great pitch.
Thank you. Noted very well. We'll polish that and definitely use your kind advice. Thanks so much. Really appreciate.
Thank you, Anna. And that was your feedback. And the last pitch for today will be Tino. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Okay, my name is Tino Go. I'm the CEO and founder of Baru. So 10 years ago, I was the CFO of a $1.2 billion business, and I wanted a bookcase for my house. I was so frustrated by the medieval process it was to order and get a bookcase made that when I left that company, I started looking into this cabinet making and furniture making industry. I decided A, it would never be able to evolve on its own, and B, there are thousands of underused CNC machines. These machines, these digital machines that cabinet makers own and underuse all over the country. So what we've done is we've created a marketplace where we can tap into those underused assets. So we produce and we sell and produce custom cabinetry for commercial and residential use. So the result is manufactured locally, which eliminates the entire distribution cost structure, which wastes 60% of cost of goods or 40% of revenues. All of that waste is incurred through the repeated handling and the repeated shipping cycles and damage and inventory carrying costs, etc. So we've eliminated that by leveraging the thousands of underused CNC machines that exist in cabinet makers all over the country. Simultaneously, we're solving a problem that architects incur all the time. Their process of design to fabrication is an iterative, collaborative process among multiple people, and that introduces a lot of time, cost, and errors. Our process is simply use our integrated models for your design. You're getting the dynamic pricing, real-time timelines, and no additional engineering is required if you're using our models. And then manufacturing and delivery is automated from a local manufacturer. So design and place an order. We convert into machine instructions and a kit of delivered materials to local manufacturers around the country. We have over 50 around the country who want to participate, but we're first scaling in the Bay Area with our manufacturer in one of our 4 in the Bay Area in Hayward. And so we don't rent the software. We simply generate value. Our contractors, we're coordinating directly with their project schedule, so they're saving a lot of cost and activity. Our customers, on average, they're saving between 20 and 60%, depending on who we're getting compared against. And our manufacturers are earning 14 times higher profit rates at pre-tax than from their normal projects. So the unit economics are rich. Last year, our average order value was 26,000. We take 9,000 of that, and our manufacturers earn very margins on what we pay them. So it's a huge market. I've got a great team. I'm scaling cash flows right now. I have a small ask for go-to-market. Most of that is around go-to-market and developing awareness among professional groups. A bit of software refinement. But ultimately, within 12 months, we'll be cash flow positive and growing through cash flow. We can grow into perpetuity very strongly because all we're doing is passing around files like DoorDash passes cash and orders. And while we're doing it, we're completely transforming how manufacturing supply chains are done, starting with cabinetry. We'll expand into adjacent product categories as we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Tino. Ed, Jason?
Thanks, Tino. Good pitch. Yeah, overall, I think you did a good job. It was a bit unclear for me, or maybe you can just clarify exactly who the customer is, like who you're selling the software to. Is it the contractors, or is it the cabinet makers, or the manufacturers of the equipment? Like, I wasn't quite sure there. But yeah, otherwise, good pitch.
Like I said, we don't rent the software. We sell cabinets at 40% less than market prices, and our manufacturers earn 14 times higher profits by us digitizing the entire supply chain and it's the elimination of the traditional activities in the supply chain, and that's how the value just pops out. It's process automation software, but we're not renting it, because renting it means we only take a small VIG, and we'd have to encourage people to change their habits. You're
a pure marketplace play.
We are a pure marketplace.
Okay, so then you're on one side of the marketplace, you're building supply and demand inventory. So you're going out, you're talking to contractors, you're talking to manufacturers, cabinet makers, and you're just connecting them together and then taking your VIG that way?
No, we sell cabinets.
So you're actually manufacturing the cabinets and selling them yourselves?
No, we sell cabinets the same way DoorDash sells lunch, but they send the order to a cloud kitchen. That's our model.
Gotcha. So pure marketplace model.
Yeah, except for we take a third of revenues and clear very rich high margins.
Gotcha.
Tino, where are you financially now? Like, maybe I didn't see this slide. Where is your revenue and your models? What's your, you wanted to raise a bit to go to market, but you're already at market, I think, right? And you're generating.
Yeah. So during our beta, we've had about $400,000 in sales during the past few years as we developed the technology and proved it out and developed the software. Since the beginning of the year, well, last year I moved. Last autumn, I started networking in San Francisco to scale operations, and so networking here since the beginning of the year, I've had requests that have resulted in about $800,000 in active quotes, and one of them, two of them, three of them are multifamily, and so in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we have a handful of small projects for designers and others.
Right. So in the industry, there's obviously the lead gen and driving the traffic in the business. Once that relationship is built, do you have some kind of exclusivity or arrangement with the actual cabinet makers? Because they're slightly different, of course, than a restaurant that may or may not have delivery. Usually they're going to have delivery systems, trucks, etc. Do you have some sort of relationship that maintains that relationship with them, so they don't have those clients directly after they've done one job? How do you maintain?
They can't go directly because if a client went direct to the cabinet maker, they would undergo the traditional custom full service process and they would pay 3 times more. So our manufacturers cannot compete at our price level. And yet they're earning 14 times higher net profits than if they do it on their own, because we've introduced the software, which is process automation, completely bypassing their organizational activities and bottlenecks.
So the process of the cabinet, and just a little background, my family was in the cabinetry business for most of my life. So how are you systemizing and automating the design and production and
the e-commerce order, we have hundreds of cabinet models. Each one is available in millions of variants. So that e-commerce order, whether ordered through a design tool or our configurator, already has the CNC instructions and the bill of materials embedded in it. So when we receive the payment, we order the materials and send the materials and the machine instructions to our local manufacturing partner. They add electricity, consumables, and assembly labor and deliver it directly to the job site, which is generally less than an hour away from the factory.
Okay. So it's just slightly different than that cabinet group. Okay, that makes sense. I'd love to follow up with you after for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I'll put my info in the chat.
Thank you, Tino. We will connect you with Jason.
We will make a warm intro via mail to you guys. I'll let you know.
Well, we are finishing with the pitches for today. Daniel, do you have a word to say?
Yeah, so thanks. First of all, thank you so much for the judges for being with us and giving so much valuable feedback. For those who came here to listen and pitched a great job, especially those who were very prepared. But at every pitch like this one, where we give feedback, I also would like to give my feedback that it's important that you guys come prepared on the basics, such as prepare your slides and make sure that you can turn on your presentation mode and you're just prepared to pitch. It's okay if you fail, that's fine. Everyone fails at some point at different stuff. But the basics is something that everyone should do beforehand, because everyone is investing time to help you. And so please do your job as well to be prepared, and so we can give you as much support as possible. But overall, I'm super happy with the event, and I'm super excited that we had so many pitches today.
Thank you, Daniel. Word of wisdom from Jason and Matt. Please give some feedback for all of founders. What you recommend to them? Something that you want them to do.
I definitely have some comments. Practice your pitch. Like, get in front of a video, get in front of a mirror, pitch and present, because it's definitely, when you have an opportunity to have somebody in front of you or a group of people to learn about what your business is, it's really critical. Like, to have that, whether it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever that time period, it's critical. Find an organization or group that allows you to get in front and pitch and practice. It's a critical space for you, and it does take practice. It does take time, but you know what? If you can't say your message and share that message with a very short period of time, you're not really going to get your proper message through. So,
yeah. No, great job, everyone. I'll share a quick link in the chat. Just we put together a short guide on how to prepare a 3-minute video pitch. So I'll share that with everyone now. Maybe that's helpful, hopefully. And then another tip that I often give to founders is, once you've made your initial deck and you're unsure if you've hit all the things or you've answered all the questions, just go and throw it into Notebook LM and ask it it now can create slide decks, so it can go through your slide deck and produce a new slide deck, maybe fill some gaps, highlight some red flags, and then just tell it to improve the slide deck based on an investor's perspective, right? So there's all sorts of great tools and options nowadays to help hone your pitch and improve your deck. So to Jason's point, yeah, absolutely. There's no reason to come unprepared to a pitch event and not have the best pitch of the day. So thanks everyone. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Jason and Matt. Now we will make a group photo.
Yeah.
Let's raise your hand. We usually do it in the
We
beginning.
do it like this, so it's like a screenshot. So then it's for social media. Just a second. 3, 2, 1. Oh, one more. Just a second. Okay. One. Just wait. Now. Oh, sorry. 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys. Appreciate that. That's how we do group photos online. Well,
thank you very much for
thank you
joining us
everyone for
today.
your time.
Thank
Jason,
everyone.
Matt, I'll be in touch with you on other stuff, but it was fantastic, and we look forward to see a global world again.
Thank you for all founders who joined us today. You are the best, and let's go global together.
Take care, guys. Bye bye.